Hey there, my name is Wesley Eagle Gibbs. I'm walking around in Olympic National Park, and this is my dog here out in my home in the countryside. I thought I'd show you a little bit of a breakdown of some accumulated video and photos that I've taken, just so you guys can get a more accurate and deep sort of understanding of me as a person. But I love animals, following animals. With their, finding them with their footprints, not just spontaneously wandering onto them. Obviously, that happens, but also using their trails to then get closer looks like this of animals marking their languages, their worlds, their perceptions, their blind spots, and their heightened awareness, all their unique characteristics. They all enthrall me, and artistically, scientifically, philosophically, everything about their world and the bridge between theirs and ours, from history dating back into now in the modern age, and how important it is for us to stay connected to nature for our mental health and for so many obvious other reasons that this actual position highlights so well. But I've done, teach all different age groups. Here's some kids doing some nature tables that they were going for sort of this collection of things they found on hikes and using landmarks to make their own wooden maps, and sharpening, break down whatever fiction fire, whatever kind of skills I've required that I think, give them a glimmer or a glimpse of what actually I feel on a daily basis, no matter where I am. And I think that's part of why I think this position is so good for me, because it is trying to find those communities that don't have access normally, those low-income communities that actually deserve and are so in need of feeling some of these feelings that middle class folks out in Marin County just they have all the time. And I think that my travels that I've done all over the U.S. and also living across the creek from a native reservation out in the countryside in Lake County, where I have goats and big garden, kind of a homestead approach. I think it's really created this sort of beautiful, holistic, naturalist that is me. Not to sound any which way, but I think also being a craftsman, an artisan, a cabinet maker, and a furniture maker, I think it's allowed me to learn a lot about management, being self-motivated to really get projects done on deadlines. There's so much business skills that I learned, but the job also allowed me to travel so much because it was sort of task-based, not salary-based. So when a job was done, I would go to some place like here, Carrizo Plain. I would, write all day, or I would. After a big job, I went to Africa, actually 8 years ago now. But and there, my brain was just blown to pieces. My mind was blown, and I met this fellow here who I became close friends with, Colin Patrick, on the right there, who had animals in his home, and he was just a master tracker, a warden, and just really such a sensitive, incredibly sensitive yet hard person. Had such a balanced mentality and such a high, disciplined approach towards like really, really, really deep accuracy on every level. Whether it was teaching or it was testable metrics in curriculum, or it was the way that he holds the rifle, or the way that he notices the ailment in an animal, or whatever it is. But it allowed me to get to this place where I was teaching safari guides with him after a few months, actual local animal tracks in Africa, and I would have never been anywhere in that position without his tutelage. And when I got back, I did some more work, and then I traveled the Western U.S. because I hadn't seen it, and I wanted to see what our country was made of. I wanted to know what the fabric of the landscape consisted of, and I was just, again, my mind was blown by the beauty that our North American landscape has, from the smallest things like these mice. Obviously this is just lion's mane foraging, whatever, but all of these little things make up, just this source consciousness that drives everything in the wilderness, from prehistory to modern time now. And I feel so connected to it in so many different ways that it's kind of this loyalty that even though I've been a woodworker, I've always maintained this appreciation, and my enthusiasm has dipped at times, but it always comes back to a high peak. And Bolinas is such a beautiful place. It's my home. I mean, West Marin is my home, and this landscape I feel is just so full of education for so many different people, and I really think that this position would fit me like a glove in theory, and I think I would like to find out if that's possible or if that's true or not. So that's why I've been sending you guys this video. So thanks for watching. All right, have a good day.